Today is a big day. I would like to study the markets a little bit. But firstly, let's turn the recording on. Trading view. And let's dive into the economic calendar. Okay, hello. I had a long pause with the video, but we're gonna look at the markets. I haven't, the markets weren't acting in a way that would be encouraging to enter any trade. So economic calendar, it's Friday today, so it's going to be a position for 10 hours or swing trade for next week. We have inflation rate in Germany, in GDP growth rate in India. So the inflation rate, so inflation is smaller. No, Forex actual is bigger. It's 1% in France. PPI, what is this? Producer price inflation. Okay. The markets are behaving very similarly. There was a retracement on euro, and it retraced back from 29.2, and since then it simply is in some sort of consolidation. I wouldn't say about Euro USD that it's going to jump straight upwards after such a long consolidation, such a failing structure for a bounce. And many other pairs look similar to this, like this Euro US Euro CAD. It also is trapped in consolidation. I was aiming at AUD CAD, but it was like smaller 30-minute kind of trade, so more like a scalp even, or a day trade. And as I it was a 50 and it could work, but I haven't entered. But since then there was retracement back to the 61.8, and again we are high. So I guess today the only wise approach is going to be like scan the markets and look if there is something at the 60 minute or 30-minute time frame, or even 50-minute, to scalp something. I'm just gonna increase the sound of my microphone. I don't know if that's possible with Trading View. The window is open, so you're gonna probably hear many noises from the background because I live next to the highway. It should be good, should be better. So we don't have much time on Trading View. I'm not gonna do 1,000 videos. I was feeling lazy. Oh, I see there's something on NASDAQ over there. Those candles are probably from 4 hour. I took the 4 hour volumes, and you see that the volume from those time frames did work actually good. Okay, I just used the limit for the usage of the word actually. Therefore, it's going to be the last time. So, Nasdaq is still in a kind of wedge, parallel channel, what the hell. But it's also like on a longer term, it's still in the downtrend, but on a short term, it's like consolidating, and it has potential to break out from this place. So I don't like this selling candles with the size of them. Other than that, we have 61.8, a little bit below. This might be something worth to keep an eye on. This volume from 4 hour doesn't look encouraging. So I see on a 2 hour, we have not that much. Perhaps we should adjust it to 2 hour. There's a great holiday in Germany. We have a sun. It's amazing. I haven't seen this level of sun and AMF pollution and in general good weather since whole winter, I would say. I'm curious how long this is going to take for the weather to get nasty again. So Nasdaq, S&P. S&P is this is consolidation. Like I have looked at this on a daily, on the Nasdaq as well, and it doesn't look like the sky is the limit. We reached the limit since some time, and now like would be healthy to go to the 22,000 or even 20,000, but this could mean like huge correction, like to the 50s, to the 50 fib, 21,000. So aiming at shorts on Nasdaq, but this again doesn't happen on a regular basis, as you can see. We have sometimes a pullback, a very rapid one. It's hard to catch even a good entry for a short, and then you suddenly start to rise back upwards. So aiming at short wouldn't be wise, but in this condition, the price struggles to break higher, and I think it could be wise to think about shorting the market, like looking on a daily time frame. We have a big candle, like big rejection. It's bigger than the previous one. It's I would say almost engulfed the previous one. So like even shorting it there might be better idea. Like looking on a daily, and this is how it looks like now. And I'm talking about this candle. You see, this candle on a daily looks nasty, looks solid. On a 4 hour, it does look like the market still wants to pull down, but again, there was a approach to pull down. Here was a approach to pull down. Wait, I wanted to change the color of the candles. Let's try something different. Let's try something more more like less contrasting because I don't want to have a bias in any side. I just want to see what the candles are doing, but I don't know if this is a good idea to change the color, but never mind. So on the short term, what we actually need in this moment, I need a quick trade for the next 10 hours. And looking at this like that, there is a slight chance that we might break from this volume. There is nice volume. We visited that. And now, who knows, maybe a quick short. It would be risky knowing that the Nasdaq might fall down, but I have to make a move, and it's going to be like too risk reward, and I have to make a move. If I don't find anything worth like catching my eye on, then I'm gonna just enter this. Although I really don't like this candle. It suggests that Yambo leaned towards, the market is leaned toward selling from there. It's already high, and probably market needs some adjustment. The algorithm of Nasdaq wants to push it a little bit lower so that the growth is going to be more like sustained, more flattened, and not up only. But no, it's not that clear. Every time the consolidations look a little bit different. If you look at this, now the consolidation is a little bit longer, prolonged. And look, there is a structure. So this retracement down, and then we have a structure for a downtrend, but something wants to push the price higher on this market. Yeah, let's look at this from in reverse. It's it's generally very similar stuff. What's happening on the Nasdaq here? We have the same stuff, like kind of the same stuff on Euro USD and other pairs as well. So markets are weird. So I guess diving into smaller time frames or even bigger time frames, but the question is if you can afford to have a big swing positions. I mean, if I can afford with my stop losses and lot size to enter on a daily and aim for a swing trade. Okay, let's go. German 40. Today we have German news. Inflation rates. It should be 2% in Germany. This is crazy. Well, this is crazy. And you have 2% inflation rate, which is the consumer price index of housing, water, electricity, gas, and all the fuels. Like, okay, 2% compared to what? To like last 3 months, because the energy prices in Germany are doubled since COVID. So it's 100%. 100% increase. It's amazing. And I don't see, like, how could you just so simply and so quickly just accept the reality of increased gas, fuel. But we have to. A German 40. Like, structurally, there's nothing like I can see a fib. I can see a fib to enter. So this doesn't get any mark. Gold. On the gold wants to keep a level at 5,180. Which is still a sign that we are in a retracement and in a downtrend. So it might be possible on gold to see like some distortions in the trend, so for further consolidation. And the price is probably going to stabilize a little bit, as you see from the candles. Let's look on this at the daily. At the daily, huge volumes, huge candles compared to the previous ones. On a daily. I can see, okay, 4 hour. I miss my other time frames, like 8 hour, 11 hour. I really miss them. I can't wait to afford, be able to afford trading view essential. But I have to make the money for it on trading. Otherwise, no food, no comforts, living in a cave until I'm profitable. 50% US oil. It does look good, and it's in an uptrend, a little bit choppiness, but structurally US oil could be something that I'm gonna pay attention to. Let's remember that. Okay, 8 minutes with 18 minutes. So I have 2 minutes left on trading view. I probably not gonna be able to continue now, so I'm gonna have to pause and focus on some different possibilities, or record another video on trading view. Silver shows that there's a higher pressure for selling it than on gold, and also palladium or platinum. What is it? It's palladium. Why do I mistake palladium with platinum? Always the same mistake. And now, even now, I forgot. So palladium. It's palladium. Pallad is used in the production of. I found the words. I'm gonna note the words. Of Deutsch. In German, I know. but in English not. Exhaustion. Okay, so the video on trading view is over. Thank you for watching. Thank me for watching. See you in the next one. So the question is, I'm gonna now continue recording the YouTube video, and I'm not gonna cut the video on trading on YouTube for that. So this could mean that we are actually that low, like below 50. Same on Palladium. No, Palladium is a little bit cleaner, so 61.8. So this could mean that gold is going to fall down. This was nice retracement, very prolonged, and now we might fall. Looking at RSI, it does keep the line, let's say, but the slower period is falling down, which is normal. No clear entry on gold. It has to be like 30 minutes. It has to be approached from a 30 minutes perspective. And looking at this on the 30 minutes, we do have some volume spikes. No, it's simply wait. This might be important. Okay, it's not important. No, I don't like gold. UK oil. UK oil is different. No, it's similar, but this is 3 hour. Similar but different. Okay, GBPUSD. Price did not reach new highs. We fall down since then, since 29.2, and the old structure is now holding the price. And another reach into golden zone, but as well as respecting some smaller fib from over there. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for anything. Let's look at 30 minutes. On a 30-minute base. Yeah, but this might be like scalping. Scalping on 30 minutes. But after seeing this huge sell-off, it might be stupid to enter short, to enter long. Instead, you see, this is not simple. This is very complicated. Let's look at this on a daily. What do we have on a daily? I don't know if I like the gray candles. What do we have on a daily? what is the purpose of daily? Like, remember my videos with backtesting and checking the losing trades. So I noticed that I'm not paying attention to the bigger frames. And you see on a bigger frame, there's still a room for this to retrace down. Therefore, it was once at 61.8, but the whole structure, the whole impulse, the whole move still has a lot of room to go to 61.8. Even below that, no one says that this has to like respect that. So looking on the daily, this is a short, and already we have some small discount. Okay, but this is a short, very, very dangerous one, because from a 50, there also is high probability of a bounce. Like sometimes but not on a bigger scale, not on the daily scale. But it does happen also on a daily scale, especially given that the price was there. But looking at the immediate market structure and ignoring the 50 level, this might be a good place. If I get a little bit more confirmation there, then okay, I'm marking this. And I'm curious, how does it look on now? It was a good place over there, like after seeing that big candle, this was a good place to short, and not this like huge range stop loss. How many pips? 91 pips. I'm gonna have to again trade a micro lot size, but okay, it's good that I found some positions. No, sometimes you really have to make a break. I needed a break with the markets. I needed a break in life in general. I was like not optimistic at all, because I have a lot of like everyone does. Sometimes it just happens. Okay, GJ. But let me quickly write. So we finished on, like, we were looking on Nasdaq and like German, South, gold, and like all other metals. And we weren't looking at Forex, perhaps on GU, while recording the video. So GJ, I like GJ. I think I like it. Okay, it changed. It increased in value. The volume, the candle range increased just like gold. That's interesting. Why? What does GJ has in common with gold? Probably a lot. And now, no, there is a room for shorting. There's a room for shorting. I can see that. We haven't reached 50, and the structure on the daily does encourage shorts. So yes, we're gonna short. Another good short looking on the daily. Just 171 pips, which is crazy, which is a swing trade position. So let's look at this on 4 hour. Now, if I get further retracement, which can happen, then I'm gonna enter, but like looking, wait, too many fibs. Too many fibs. In case of GJMA works better than, yeah. Okay, let's not get overwhelmed with all that. Fibs. I tried to enter there, but I haven't. So as you can see, what is GJ giving us? It gives us, it gives me almost like perfect fib, but this place doesn't look very encouraging. It does look like, if you really focus on a short range, then you would be tempted to long it, even long it. But looking on the daily and on this whole move, what do you think is more possible to happen? We are falling. There is a huge retracement over there. I mean, over there. And there is a small retracement over there. What do you think is more probable? What has more weight? This move has more weight than this one. Okay, this immediate one can work out, and it actually can hit stop loss. And it could be even wiser to enter that. Enter the small scalp, but doesn't mean that it's going to necessarily happen. You know, that's why it's important to think about if this is going to be a consolidation, a shallow pullback, or if there, okay, I can find confirmation that this short consolidation did bounce from 29.2, which means it goes on my list, and I'm gonna keep the daily bias on that one, because looking at whenever you look at, there is still a lot of room for this fib to go down, and we are certainly in the consolidation right now, at least consolidation, given like last month or few months. Yeah, 3 months. So I guess falling down is the answer. So I can see many setups are forming. Okay, on a GBPNZD daily time frame, we are falling. So no, it doesn't give me a good structure. GBP CAD. Consolidation. Nasty consolidation. GBPTHF. It doesn't encourage me on a daily to do anything like that, even on a 4 hour. So it has to be like 30-minute or 15-minute trade, which is simply a lottery. But also a solution sometimes. I think like I should probably trade more scalp. Like, if there are days where when I can't find any setups, then I should probably go on a 15 minutes, 13 minutes, even 5 minutes and try to scalp something. And gold, people trade gold in 5 minutes, on 1 minute. They don't look at it on a 1 hour or a daily time frame. There's a similarity with gold. You saw that on gold? This kind of flat movement out of place. Okay, let's delete that because that's disturbing my vision. Okay. Again, look at daily. Look at daily. On a daily time frame, there is a clear. See that channel, even channel downtrend. No, there's not a good channel over there. But we are trending downwards still, and there was some sharp movement indicating that this might be that the market might want to stabilize or even reverse. This is the forbidden word, reversal. So let's make it quick. I don't want to make this video like 2 hours long, but if I have to, it's gonna be $61.8. Okay, on the daily, it does give me the feeling that it's gonna fall down. Why? Because if I measure this fib, this most recent fib is this respected 61.8. Then the price struggled to break above the previous high. And in general, generally, we are in a like 50 fib. So it's more like indication towards further consolidation. And looking at the structure, like the RSI probably doesn't gives me much information. Okay, it gave some kind of information. Do you see that? The RSI is flat, not on the chart. Price went higher, so there's a divergence. And here, the RSI was higher than it is now, so there is a divergence towards. So this might be again a good short. And I think, like, technically USD CAD. Okay, we have important news with CAD and USD today, but still it can be a good play. At least I think so. Like given the range of stop loss, because look at that, it's 73 pips. It's not 180 pips like on GJ, like 70 pips. Okay, CHF/JPY. Let's go on the daily. Let's be that tough guys. But look on a daily. Okay, on a daily, the market structure is trending upwards. We had some consolidation. Okay, I see that there was already a fib. So we had some consolidation going on. Wait, again, I have to see. Price was trending upwards, and now we have some kind of consolidation and a like approach by the market to trend downwards. Instead, it did retrace above 61.8, which means further consolidation ahead. And sequence of kind of nice fibs. So we had, this is a perfect one, 61.8. And now expecting this to go CHFJPY. No, it doesn't. It's not a clean setup. It just that structurally there is some nice level. It should be rounded, but it's not. Like structurally, you see like the 61.8. Like the price might trade even to the previous high, I think. And then putting the stop loss on 61.8. Ja, hallo?
Ja, mein Name ist Ruth.
All right. Let's continue. Let's only focus on the trading stuff. Do not make this. So again, I'm continuing the outlook on the market. I lost a flow a little bit with that call, but okay. So the key was to look at daily or at the bigger time frame, but a daily is enough. Daily would indicate there is something going on. Consolidation, and the structure does encourage me to think about even the price reaching for 8 hours too much. What can RSI do? Yeah. Okay, so this is also a setup. It's not that clean one, so CHFJPY, as the previous one. So I was talking on my YouTube video, which is actually happening right now, but I skipped a few pairs, like whole GBP pairs and USD CAD. On the trading view, you saw only metals and a little bit like from indices last time. Okay. Let's look on the daily on CAD JPY. This is nasty structure. Shouldn't probably use the word nasty. It's nasty to use the word nasty. $29.2 reaction. It's not that clean reaction that you want to have. Well, the price. The price is far away from even reaching to the 50. This kind of retracement are not good. So it's far away from reaching to the 50, and clearly the trend did wanted to shift the price downwards, but this fib is not looking good. It did not respect that 61.8, and as we look at this on a daily, we might see the price made once like 50. Looking at the daily, we should probably scale in. not out. 1 daily. It still has a high chance to keep retracing down. And just to, you know, this is consolidation, right? So if this is a consolidation, then let's look at this like on consolidation. Since where it is a consolidation? Since there, it is a consolidation. So 29.2 level might be a right place for a short. And I like the amount of pips on that one. Aiming for this trade might be good. Might also be stupid. Okay. Many setups. You have to just pick the cleanest ones and the most like secure one, because this one doesn't look that like structurally. Look at this. We had here some structure and like supporting the idea of going short, but this is short from 29.2 and from a like instant fib that is failed on a daily, 2 days. Oh, let's not. NZD USD. What is there? Who is there? Failure in market structure. Okay. I remember my mistakes, and we're gonna continue with the videos about the losing trades, but also about the winning trades. I have a lot winning trades to talk about, and I haven't studied them in a detailed way as I would like to. I hadn't got time and energy to do that. I'm gonna do that. 50. 29.2. And we have a wedge. A sort of wedge. Not a clean trade at all. But if anything, I'm sorry. If anything, I would probably look for shorts. But again, it's consolidation. It's not a good structure. It's not a cleanest structure. Let's not make too many charts like this, because then I'm gonna think like the trades are everywhere. And no, not a good structure. Disqualified. See, the markets are very similar everywhere. What's happening on the Bitcoin, it's happening everywhere. It's happening on US tech. Okay, let's go back to where we were, because I forgot. Yeah, GBPJPY are already done. NZD USD. We have disqualified. USD/JPY also disqualified. But why? Do we have a reason for that? Oh. Suppose range to 120% of the biggest candle in the range of placing order, ranging market not to fail. Okay. Vibe trading, okay. On a daily. On a daily, we have a 50. But let's look at this thing structurally. Okay, structurally, if we look at the impulses, there was a first impulse, very choppy, another impulse, and now another impulse. And this last impulse, I wouldn't say that this is some kind of Elliott. Probably is. It doesn't look encouraging to even study this as Elliott. Because this waves on a daily. Looks like a whole Elliott itself. So if we look at this like that, did the price trade? Oh, sorry again. 61.8. Below that, 29.2. And again, we are again at 29.2. At this time, there's high probability of a bounce down. But no candle confirmation for that. Okay, let's not spend too much time on the charts. That's not the only thing I have to do today. Euro USD. I'm sorry, I should probably drink some coffee, but I never do it. I haven't had a coffee in a few months already, and I'm fine with this. Okay, this is still a good long, let's say, on a daily. Still a good long. Price holds. It should go up. The euro is going to be so strong against the dollar. That doesn't good. It's not good because I have a lot of US dollar and I live in Europe. And I don't think the euro is supposed to be strong. I might be actually poorer than I think. Therefore, I don't check. Euro JPY. You see this? It's very similar. Huge volumes on euro. Probably due to the Greenland deal in Denmark. I don't know how it's actually playing out. EuroCAD consolidation, very flat one. Euro THF doesn't look good. Euro GBP. The market without volume, because they don't want you to know something. The volumes are too obvious on this one. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry again. I should be looking at this like that. If you are studying the markets in the right way. But no, there's always this temptation. You should look at the bigger time frame. And okay, there was a bounce from 50. Like no immediate structure to support going short on this. There was a bounce from 50. I said this already. Which is that. And this like 50 level was responsible for that bounce, but it's not going to be a very clean structure and trade, because we have many. This triangle doesn't tell me anything. Okay, what does it tell me? It tells me that there was some divergence in RSI. And still the divergence was pointing towards strength, and still it got pushed towards 50. Why? Let's check it. You see why? Because it was 29.2 and this big fib. 29.2, but not the cleanest 29.2. Price trade a little bit above it. Okay, the trading viewer is again cutting me off for recording, but the 20 minutes are it's actually good. You have to focus, you have to be quick and speak freely. So how to think about Euro GBP? It's highly expected that this is going to bounce down from there and even like revisit the 50s from that bigger fib. But there is no structure supporting the idea of that. No candle, no candles. Okay, EURNZD. On EURNZD, I think the only thing I can do is study the structure, look at 61.8. We were okay, only longs. This pair is only for longs, meant for longs. EURNZD. It's probably worth to pay attention to that. If there's going to be some setup, there was one, but it failed. And okay, let's just focus on 30 minutes. This is the last end, the very end of that price action. I think we have a long, we have found a long, a scalp for today. Might be wise to enter that. Yes. The scalp for today is EURNZD. It's in alliance with a daily time frame. It's not even visible on the daily time frame, as you can see. 4 hour. It does look like there's high pressure to pull it down. But also it might work. Might not. On 1 hour. I'm focusing on this last fib. Last fib, because it's a good 61.8, and there is some like structure, choppy structure, of course, on the 30 minutes, but also leading to 61.8, and now let's study the, okay, time is up. Time is up again on the trading view. So again, back to YouTube and see you soon on trading view. So let's study the structure. It's quite consistent. The RSI does what the price action is doing. I don't feel very safe entering this after seeing that kind of choppy movements. But this is only thing we have right now, and the reaction from that is also there, so might be good. Okay, let's look at Euro AUD. Do you see that? 88.6, but no structure for any reversal happening anytime soon. So we have to look at this as a trending market trending downwards. And there is a slight chance slight chance to reverse, like to continue with a momentum, but it's not attractive. I think I have enough pairs to make a decision. Okay, AUD, CHF. It's strange seeing this. So damn strange. It's a flag. It's a flag pattern all the way. How to trade a flag pattern? You can't. You just have to hope for like eternal continuation of the flag pattern. Let's look at this on the up only approach. Okay, I remember looking at this with you. Good. No, it's not good. I don't like this. I don't want to look at something that I don't like. Similar stuff. EuroCAD, high. AUD-CAD, AUD-CHF. Very similar stuff, but a lot more like, momentum in the market. A lot more pushing power. for our. So we are back to the beginning of the video. Looking at the fib, it was a setup, but it didn't succeeded in breaking above. Okay, another pass I'm not looking at because they are not that good. And let's finally, I'm how long this? It's already 1 hour wasted on a market analysis. You see, if someone tells you that you just need 15 minutes in a week to trade, it's a lie. You cannot. At least with my personality, I need more details. Okay, so from which time frame are we going to make a decision? Very choppiness, very choppy structure. I guess the best would be 1 hour or 30 minutes, even 5 minutes. Let's look at the 5 minute. What does a 5 minute tell me? I don't know. I should probably not be looking at 5 minutes, because what does it tell me? What does 1 hour tell me? The price wants to make me think that we are this retracement is valid, and we're gonna probably trend up. No, it's too much details in trading in general. It's very consuming. Let's look on the 15 minutes. I never look on the 15 minutes. But I can see some divergence on 15 minutes, which means that the other side is leveled and the price has some divergence upwards, which means it could actually support the idea of going long. But it doesn't mean necessarily that it's going to be that. And seeing this kind of structure, if you want to enter, and which candle is engulfing what compared to which one? This candle, we should engulf this previous candle down. None of these candles is doing that, and if it did, then we would be so high already, and it might be not even worth to pay attention to this trade. So therefore, I might consider leaving Nasdaq for now. Leaving Nasdaq for now. US oil. Where was the setup? You remember? Was it short? Was it long? It had to be. It had to be that last one. That small fracture for the market. 61.8. This doesn't look good. Let's look at this on a 30-minute. Very similar to Nasdaq, actually. See that? Very similar to Nasdaq. And this 29.2 level is not something. If anything, then I would like to short this market from that point towards a 50. But it doesn't look clean. You see that choppiness. Bounce to 61.8, then price trading above 29.2, not reaching higher highs. It's still in the range of old market structure. Just chill out. Just look at this and see and think what you see. What I see is that there's a fib and change in market behavior, a complete change. It wants to trick me that this is going to be trending downwards, but I think it should be a long, not a short. But for a long, this is a late entry. Let's look at this on a 5-minute. Nothing that comes to my mind. GBPUSD. Why would I even consider shorting this? See, I already forgot. This is what the issue with trading is. What the issue with trading is. And for me, $90 pips per hour. Okay. Well, that might be interesting. No. Quickly scanning all the pairs. GBPJPY, nice. From 29.2. Okay, the GJ. But why shorting this? Yes. Because let's look at this on a daily. You see, if you enter a trade and you look at this trade from a 5-minute perspective or 1 hour perspective, then you're not gonna find the logic behind what you saw on a daily. And right now on the daily, the price is retracing, and it seems very logical to me to enter on a daily, on a short on a daily, because Okay, there was a bounce from 50. But like structurally, we are still trending downwards. So some trades are to be like, I think all trades should be looked from a daily like time frame. And on a GU, if I look at this on a daily, then what? Then you start, the things start to get clear. Like huge rejection. Okay, now it makes sense. But on a 1 hour time frame, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like I see 50. Bounce from 50. See that 50. The price wants to come back to it. You know, this structure is just, you know, like concentrate. Like, what is this? This is this on a daily. And what does it tell you? It tells you that we are like trying to slowly break from that, you know, falling trend, but it's the price fails to do that. So what is the wisest thing to do there? Probably into short. Probably. Might be stupid. GJ. Very wise trade. Okay, I think I'm gonna enter GJ. I think I'm gonna enter many trades today. No, it's confusing to look at the markets on a 1 hour, on a daily. It's kind of confusing. Like, you have to be sure what is more important. And of course, daily is more important. And that's why I have this 11 hour to 12 hours, 22 hour. But it's paid. It's paid version of TradingView. And right now, USD CAD daily. What I'm seeing there is that we should be shorting it. Let's look for the confirmation on a smaller scale, a 1 hour, for example. No, not very clean structure to enter shorts. Only 1 hour. CHFJPY 4 hours. No. CAD JPY short. Not very clean. Euro USD long, not very clean. On a daily time frame, it's a swing trade. EURNZD, it was the cleanest one, or what? No, it was it the, it was 1 hour. It's not very clean though. AUD CAD. Where's the trade? I'm sorry. On the 30-minute? Where's the trade? Oh, there was none. No, there was no trade. Okay, EURNZD. Let's look on a 30-minute. Okay, some trades are just a swing trades, and this trade is a scalp, even I would say, potential to be a day trade, because a scalp would be like 5 minutes. Yeah, this is what scalp is. Five minutes. So we should get a confirmation. Engulfing candle there on a 5 minute, and then we're gonna shoot for the moon. And if there's no engulfing candle, let's study the structure. So there was engulfing candle, so we might just call it a late entry or a second chance for a entry, no matter what the market is doing. Okay, this is scalp. So EURNZD is scalp. Euro USD is a swing trade. CAD JPY is going to be a day trade, a strategic one. Why? Because that fib was disrespected. You can see 61.8 above, but still there's on the consolidation term there is a 29.2, and price reacted from it. We haven't seen a engulfing candle. And the structure actually wants to convince me that there is $50. I said already, yeah. 50, 29.2. Okay. It has to be a swing trade or a day trade. Otherwise, it's not a safe trade. Consolidation. Damn. Okay, JPY. Not convinced. No, CHF JPY very similar to CAD JPY. Might be even cleaner, but somehow I decided that this one is going to go in the opposite direction. Why? Because there wasn't that consolidation going on, which was in the case of the CAD JPY. I don't like it. If I had to say which trade I do like the best, why there are so many fibs? So which of the fibs, which of the setups I do like the best? USD CAD day trade. I think I like the best GJ. GJ and EURNZD. So I'm gonna enter GJ and EURNZD. Good. EURNZD is going to be a day trader or scalp, and GJ is going to be swing trade. Swing trade. And you see how it went. So I needed 1.5 hours and actually a little bit more to decide what to do. 1.5 hours, and still it doesn't mean anything. So this is what trading is about. It's about struggling, it's about focusing, and about losing a lot. So thank you for watching. I'm entering those two. See you in the next video. Bye.